Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
Yeah. Hey, y'all know what time it is, man. Let's go in. Hey, this is Face the Music, where we take the music, break it down, turn around, a different take on the music. We gon' clown, bound, and act the fool, something stupid. So happy, Charlie Trouble, this how we do it.
Warning.
Yeah.
We got our favorite dirty uncle all in the microphone.
Apparently, I just threw the fuck up for no good reason.
I think it was America.
It was just like an extension of it.
Thanks a lot, Black Mark.
Black Mark.
America. Welcome to Face the Music, the show where we take your favorite song lyrics,
Then
break them shits down,
what?
throw them back in your face,
Pew, pew.
and make you face the music. I'm your host, Willie Soso, and to my right, we have
The most beautiful, chocolatey, delightful Miss Happy in the building. And you know this already.
Thank you.
You can sleep on me if you want to.
And sitting in the seat that he literally just made on his own fucking time, we have...
It's your boy Trouble. It's your boy Trouble. I'm just here to be handsome. That's all.
That swole nigga in the
Just here to be-
building.
just-
Everybody feeling themselves. The most
I'm just here to
beautiful,
be handsome.
chocolatey... Sounded like she was
Delightful.
You're right.
Sounded
That sounds
she
like a
was-
whole candy bar, didn't it?
Sounded like she was describing like some cereal.
A candy bar.
Candy bar. Period. Ow. Okay.
All right. Before I even ask how y'all weekends past 72 to 48 hours was, anything in that nature, I got some business I gotta handle.
Oh no.
America,
Right. That's what I was
not
thinking
that kind of business, you ass. America, if you've been following the show, and I don't know why you wouldn't be,
Oh, I know where you're going. He finna start some bullshit.
Happy and I
Oh, yeah. I know what you about to say. You don't have to mention it.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't
Oh,
have
yeah, I
to
do.
mention it.
He said, I'm bringing it up.
Oh, I'm bringing it up. I'm damn sure bringing it up. Since I ain't getting no kind of money for it other than bragging rights, I'm finna bring this
Get
shit
your brag
up.
on. Get your brag.
Who knew I would lose
I
a
knew,
bet
goddammit.
against the awful Lions? I love y'all, by the way, but you guys suck most of the time. And now this time y'all want to show up.
Happy decided to come out her face
I did.
and say that the Lions weren't going to win any more than 5 games this
Any
season.
other year they
Damn.
would not have.
They now sit at a whopping 6 and 7.
6 of them things. The whole world already talking bullshit.
Right.
I was watching the game this Sunday. They was like,
Yeah.
what they say? The Lions are in playoff contention.
Yeah.
I ain't buying into that bullshit. Don't start talking like that on TV.
We beat the division leaders like a motherfucking drum. Scold my ass.
They was
For
drunk.
all y'all Minnesota ass niggas.
They was drunk. They was drunk. You
Hey,
know Vikings
Mr. Morale
drink.
support.
Vikings drink like a motherfucker. That's what they used to do.
So silly.
They really took it easy on Detroit though, because the first time they beat us this earlier in the season. You know what I'm saying?
We let them win that one, motherfucker. Ain't y'all gonna get off my line.
Lions like to let people win.
Yeah, especially in the second half.
that
Meanwhile,
part.
we done won 5 out of 6. Y'all get off my
No,
book.
man, I fuck with
We
the Lions,
them
man.
boys right now.
I'm a whole Leo. I got like 3 Lions coats and shit, man. I fuck with the Lions.
I
It's
love
like,
the
wish you would
Lions,
win
too.
something worth winning. Like,
We on the way.
okay.
I love the Lions
Help
too.
is on the way.
About time.
I just learned when you're dealing with the Lions, it's best to bet against them.
It is not.
The Lions are absentee fathers.
Historically,
it is.
No, actually, especially like last year and this year, you know what team was the best against the spread in Vegas? The Lions. All true Lions fans know this. You don't bet for them, and you don't bet against them. That is a way to lose your house.
So what the hell do you do? Just go to the game and watch? You don't bet?
You just
You just root for them. You
living
just root for them
on
and
a
drink.
prayer.
That's my shit. That's my
That is
shit.
my too.
Yeah, that's my shit.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Sorry.
meanwhile, we are a game and a half out of them said playoffs, and we finna do that shit. Nonetheless, I just had to get that off my chest since you was talking shit about my
I didn't
people.
talk anything. I just said they wasn't gonna win more than 5, and I'm so glad that
The
they
devil
did.
is a lie. Look here. Let's move
That's
on.
is-
You
Isn't-
didn't think they was gonna win 5,
Who didn't?
but God did.
Right.
God did.
God did it.
God did.
Won't he do
God
it?
did.
Won't he do it?
All the time. I know I got my Bible euphemisms mixed up right there, but whatever. Anyway,
It's okay, pumpkin butt.
What else been going on, man? What's been going on with y'all? Any of y'all done come up on some new outside kids like Diddy?
Nah, that's kind of spicy. Now that would be nice.
That would be nice.
I need some of that Diddy in my life. No homo, like not like that, but you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
The side baby.
Get your drop there.
Yeah, you
Get your
see,
drop.
I cleaned it up.
Get your drop.
The side baby situation and the baby mama fire too. You seen her?
I did.
She's straight.
She fly. She fly. I don't think I want to be. I don't think I want to be in a situation where I got somebody else's. Is she married or had another dude? What,
I don't know the story behind it. I just know he popped some
Yeah, I read some.
older, mature
Yeah,
Caucasian
club
woman.
Somebody who wasn't the young chick who thinks she's in a exclusive
Yeah,
relationship with.
the side chick you talking about.
Yeah, who's that lady? Who's her?
Young Miami.
Young Miami. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm about to say Krishan. That's
Yes.
the one.
Yeah.
that's
Oh yeah, I
blues.
forgot all.
That's
But yeah,
Blueface.
that's the other part of the story, right?
Yeah.
So
Hey,
she's pissed.
She's so bad, man. I think her voice make her unattractive to me, though.
Talking about Young Miami.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. If
Oh, she's
Young
so pretty,
Miami
dog.
Walked in here butt ass naked, I wouldn't know who she was.
Yeah?
No.
I'd probably be tempted to find out at that
Oh,
point.
I'd find out, but I wouldn't know.
Sure you
Oh,
got songs? Let me hear
really?
one.
Oh, you're a singer. Bust a.
Oh, you dance. Dance like
bust a
how?
rap on the mic, please.
Like ballet and shit?
I have a mic that you can speak on.
Bust a rap on the
Let
mic.
me hear something. We can freestyle. Let's collab real quick.
Right, exactly.
Man. But
But,
yeah, she bad, though. She is super bad.
She is, but this is not a good look for
Yeah.
Diddy.
Yeah, that boy. I mean, it kind of is,
What's
though. The
going
nigga
on,
rich.
Joe Chaney?
If I was super
Ballroom
rich, I'd
Dre,
be, you know,
what up, though?
probably be shooting up everybody's club.
A good way to not be rich.
Yeah.
Shooting up everybody's club.
But he got enough money to kill her, too, though.
What the
If
fuck?
ever came to it.
the views and the
I just said. Now, you ever seen any one of Diddy's baby mamas ever play with him?
I only know her the
No.
one, and she's dead. But
My point. Don't play with him.
And we're not saying that he did it. That's not what we're saying.
just
Anyway,
saying.
Joe Chaney said something to you in the comments. The hell?
Who the fuck is Joe Chaney?
that's
So
my
back
homeboy.
about those Tigers.
What up, though,
Right.
T-Boss?
And for the record,
It was a joke. It was a joke.
I want y'all to know, whatever Joe Chaney says, that's my dude. What up, Joe?
Oh, no,
And-
he was just saying hello to you. I was trying to change the subject because it got
Okay,
thick.
cool.
Got a little OJ in
Right.
there real quick.
Yeah, really.
Quick, little Ray Caruthi.
No, y'all geriatric asses better come down a little bit.
I mean,
Motherfucking.
No, I'm gonna play a little wow. I don't know that nigga personally.
On
I
another
don't know
note,
what he
I'm
doing.
glad there's no white girls.
I
in
know
here.
he ain't killed Biggie.
scared.
That, you know.
See there? Nah, see,
Oh, no, you didn't.
Moving
go
on to
there.
people who are alive. Brittany Griner is
No,
home.
he ain't one his master.
BG is home.
Griner is home.
BG is home.
Yay for that.
But we gave them back the Terminator.
Now, here's some about that. And
What happened?
Lord knows, we're not finna turn. This is not a political show. We're not finna
At
do
all.
that. But
No.
we
stay politically incorrect.
We do know that this motherfucker is useless at this point.
Who that?
Do we
Joe?
do that?
Yeah.
Big Joe?
No, not Joe Biden. The merchant of death. The dude that they traded Brittany Griner for.
I don't
hell
even
is
know
that?
who that nigga is for real.
He was an arms dealer. He's been locked up in some black site U.S. facility for like 4 or 5 years. All the shit that he was doing, he ain't doing that shit no more. And whatever connects he had, you know who got them connects now? We do. I'm not really concerned about them getting rid of him. They let him go because he's now
Yeah.
useless. So I'm not even really
I don't know.
concerned about that part.
My homeboy was trying to explain it to me. I was like, the way how bad he was explaining it, I was like, it either had to be the Lions or the Pistons GM they was in charge of that trade. They was like, yeah, they made him seem like he was Saddam Hussein.
No, because at one point in time,
They traded that nigga for a basketball player. I was like,
no, at one point in
I
time,
would've did it.
they called this dude the merchant of death. He was an arms dealer, which means he was one of them cats that
He got caught up
literally-
actually trying to sell a bunch of guns to a group of people who was gonna fuck us up.
and that's probably how he got
And that's
caught.
how he got caught.
And they
right?
think
and now they gave him back.
they think 4 or
In
5
4
years gonna
years,
change
he's
that
gonna-
nigga.
Yeah, that's what they think.
That was light.
Oh,
he
no.
probably did longer time in juvenile detention facility.
I know,
no,
but
bro.
he wasn't in a juvenile.
I'm
No,
talking
no.
about when he was younger.
But I'm saying, America, America.
So 4 or 5 years, right? I'm just to put it in perspective. So Trump was in office so that means he was probably about maybe the first or second year of Trump's presidency when he went in there.
Yeah.
I'm just
So
thinking-
then Trump was taking care of him. He
but
rocks
my
with the
thing
Russians.
My thing is, we had a whole Russian first lady
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
while this motherfucker was locked up over here.
Yes, sir.
One
Was she
dog,
Russian?
one
Or
dog
was she
coming
from
up.
just from somewhere in that area.
She's
Her name
Says
was Melania.
she was in the area of
Her name
Russia.
was Melania.
All I'm saying is this nigga, this wasn't 4 or 5 years in like the sandbox. Oh no, they done did something nasty to this nigga. Trust me.
Man.
What up, though? Everything but the
Said they
kitchen
did
sink.
something
They done did
to
something
this
nasty
nigga.
to this nigga. I don't. This motherfucker. You could probably hand this motherfucker a super soaker. He don't want to touch no guns, no more,
Damn.
at all.
No more, no
That's
more,
all
no
bad.
more.
But no.
So, you got people in the chat saying what up, though, to you, Willie?
What up, though, Joe Cheney? What up, though, my girl Natasha from Everything But the Kitchen Sink? I had a chance to sit in on her podcast this weekend. She is a plum fool. You think this nigga silly? Natasha is out of her gourd. The shit's funny as hell. Big up, mama. Keep doing
Y'all
your
niggas
thing.
don't let me be silly. Every time I try to get out there, y'all.
Oh, shut up. Here you go. No, no.
They like, shut up, nigga.
You being silly,
I
you being
shut up.
silly
I shut up.
might get us banned.
Shut up.
That's the difference.
That's why I shut up.
Hell no.
Well, we get out there, I'm gonna say it though.
Right.
Please say it off the air, because you be saying shit, I be like, oh, bye-bye.
Man, fuck these
Ugh.
niggas.
All right. So
Are we banned yet?
right? We got to check with the FCC every fucking week on account of your ass.
I got to write a letter.
Anybody getting anything special this weekend?
We gotta
Do
start.
anything?
I don't even remember this weekend.
Damn.
Well, damn. Somebody had a good weekend.
No, I'm trying to remember what the hell did I do. I was super busy, but I don't remember everything that I did.
A shitload of TikTok videos. I know that because they be coming across my timeline.
Well, you know I'm gonna do that.
Y'all need to check out Happy's TikTok videos. These shits are retarded. Can I say I can't? Well, shit, I said it.
I say it all the time.
These shits are retarded.
It means somebody who has-
ridiculously funny. Facebook world, y'all check these joints out.
Thank you. It's
Ain't it
under my
funny
name.
how- never mind. I'm not even going to say that.
Nope.
That would have been offensive.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave it alone.
I mean, I just said retarded. I mean, how much more offensive?
I think
Okay, so with that being said, it's funny how it's offensive to say they're retarded because it may offend people who are
Right.
actually retarded. Right?
nope.
See?
Nope.
That's why I can see.
Nope.
Again, right? Come on, come on.
Because they're not retarded.
Listening.
They're
I'm not
special
doing-
needs.
I want to hear what he
But
got
we
to
ain't
say.
even-
Fuck
we-
that. Let him go.
We ain't even black, but they call us black. But that shouldn't be. That's not offensive.
I get what you're saying 100%.
It was just a thought that came to my mind.
So, as a matter of rebellion, I think I'm going to say retarded like 4 more
But you know-
times before the show is over, just as an act of defiance.
But you know what? When I say retarded, you know what I mean? I'm talking about people who are not special needs, who decide not to use their full
You know
senses.
what? And
but
when
those
you-
people are actually special needs as well, I think.
No, they decide not to use
But you know what?
their
That's the
senses.
thing. Even in using it in that context, what winds up happening is the actual retarded people are like, don't put them with us. Don't put them with us. Okay. Anywho, to the topic before we actually do get banned.
I think they need to rename it. Don't call it retarded, because then that's
They renamed it like
They have renamed
six
it.
different times.
That's why I don't know why I
And
can't
we
use
continue
it.
to say retarded.
And right.
I think
But
that's
I'm not.
that's three. That's three.
We don't call
Just
the
checking.
special needs people retarded. We just call people that
Who's we?
we.
That's four by default. Okay, moving on. All right, America.
Moving.
If y'all been following
The
7
craziness.
Mile Radio and Face the
Keeping
Music
trouble on
on
a short
social
leash.
media, you all know that this week we've been talking about the effects of music on our lives. I had a real spirited debate with some of y'all, and thank y'all for chiming in and giving us some really good feedback about tonight's topic. The music is the most polarizing art form on the planet.
And when you say that, you mean what?
I mean, nobody critiques or criticizes movies.
They
or
do.
Art, not like music.
Well, I think the music, they do critique movies. They could critique shows.
Say it.
Critique shows. They critique a lot of different art forms. The issue with music is that it's so repetitive. In a short time span, you can hear the same songs, because when you listen to the radio, you listen to the same 15 songs over and over again.
If you listen to the radio.
If you listen to the radio,
For
yes.
those who don't have XM radio, satellite radio at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
But my whole point is, and even if you don't, I barely listen to the radio. I listen to, I ain't gonna say the brand, but I listen to my streaming music. And I still hear different songs like that Beyonce. We get it's in my head.
All right. So when I say critique it and criticize it, I'm not talking about like actual critics about,
No.
if
That's
it's
not
good
what I'm saying. So my whole point is, it's easier for a song than a movie, a 2-hour movie, to get in here to stimulate us in different ways.
You're saying that music is more influential than
Yes.
other mediums.
But let me insert this narrative, right? They paid $50 million, right, for a 30-second Super Bowl ad.
Right.
Why?
And that's TV.
Because they know the influence that small
Come on
amount
now.
of time
Come on now.
will affect. Okay, so now with that being said, how much will a 2-hour movie drill it into your psyche? How much of brainwashing is that? If they know that split second, that 30 seconds, and that 1 minute of influence can impact you enough to where make you go in your pocket and go out and buy some shit, then how much influence does 2 hours of me, that same pictures and video and sound, affect you on a movie?
I did.
So it's the same. It's more.
That's sort of kind of proving my point though, because a song on average is somewhere in between 2.5 to 3.5 minutes, but you don't have congressional hearings about song lyrics, about movies. You do have them about, or we have had them about song lyrics.
But I still say the difference between them is the frequency in which you hear music based versus how often you can watch a movie. In the same amount of time, even in that movie, you have different songs. There's like several songs playing within that movie. So music is a little more influential. So that's probably why you have that issue.
Yeah, scientifically, music is the most influential thing on the planet.
It is.
Well,
and I've been in marketing for a long time. I've been doing marketing for 14 years.
Here's the thing that cracks me up about it. I definitely won't dispute if not music is influential. It's just a matter of how influential. And Mark just brought up, we're talking about TV.
Yeah.
Those commercials that you see, which is why
those commercials play songs.
The movies
not
play
all of
songs.
Yeah, they
Hold
do.
on.
The ones you remember.
Not all of them.
300, 580, 300 Impact.
Not all
Commercials
of
is
them.
jingles.
And
They play songs.
I dig, but there are probably more commercials that you remember for the visuals that you see than you do whatever the jingle might be that goes along with it.
You know what?
My only point is to say
It's a
this.
combination of them both.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
My only the moral of the story is music has been apparently deemed the most influential.
It is.
And
I believe it is.
Yeah. And we black. We are people of music. We come from music.
so
You ever seen them naked ass Africans, butt ass naked dancing on the Discovery Channel?
He just wanted to say bucket naked.
Titties,
That's all he
look,
wanted to
titties
say.
long as hell, big ass plate in their lips. He be out there dancing all day. By the time the sun come up to the time the sun go
What is
down,
wrong with
they don't
that?
have no conversation. They just play this song all day long.
They know when they play a song when it's dinner time.
I'm telling you.
They
Right
play
now-
a song when
right
it's
now,
mating time.
And listen, and I'm not gonna lie, like
This
even
is-
like how you learn your ABCs, your
I-
1, 2,
I-
3s, your colors.
get it.
It's all through song.
I get it.
It
And
is,
I
and
definitely-
repetition.
Repetition.
Come on now.
definitely
Repetition.
That shit is
believe
it's DNA.
that-
It's coded in our DNA. That's
I
how we
definitely
learn.
believe that it's influential, but for today's conversation is really more so about how influential.
Very.
And it's at this point, I guess, I'm going to do two things. Thing number one, Mark, I'm just going to say retarded just because. And B, the Face the Music song of the week
I don't know why I'm rocking.
is aptly titled Music by Eric Sermon featuring the late great icon Marvin Gaye. Here's what when I talk about how influential music
Love you too,
is,
Mama. Thank you.
it sort of kind of irks me that as influential as music is, the way a lot of music gets portrayed is as if it's more influential than your environment or your upbringing. Now,
I think it is.
We can debate if or if not music is more influential than a movie or a TV spot or a TV show. All right, I'm not gonna die on that hill, but I plant my flag on this. Anytime music is more influential in your life than your upbringing, your environment, then it's not so much the music as it is you have a real issue with your upbringing or your environment.
I mean,
Because
that's your opinion. It's debatable. But
It's-
I know,
yeah.
I know with my upbringing, I tie a lot of memories to songs. Certain songs
Ooh,
Everybody
bring
knows.
come on
memories
now.
back.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
sure.
saying? Like even songs your mama clean up to in the morning
Right.
on Sundays.
Come on now.
I agree.
You know what I'm
Come
saying?
on now.
Songs
like
in
an
church.
audio time capsule. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
like,
it take you
man.
right back to that
It
moment.
does.
Man.
It take you right back to that
Man.
moment.
And the music can really it can determine your mood.
Mood.
You could be
Yes.
in the worst fucking
Yes.
mood ever and hear some
Yes.
shit that
Yes.
just lift your motherfucking spirits. You
Or,
like, God damn.
or it
So-
can enhance the mood that you
Absolutely.
in. So let me listen
Absolutely.
to some
'Cause it's
DMX.
vibration. Everything around us is a vibration. So that's
Hey,
Yes, come on now.
speaking of that, right? I watched a video the other day that the dude, I forget the nigga name, Young Pharaoh or something, the YouTube nigga. He was breaking down Michael Jackson's music, and he was saying that Michael Jackson purposely set all of his music at a certain frequency, the love frequency, the wave vibrations and
And that's why
chakras
people
and
are
that
so
shit.
in love
He
with
said
him.
people that was the reason why people would cry and pass out and faint when he came out without like when he just hit the first note and motherfuckers is crying and passing out. But the way he would play his music was he purposely did it at a certain frequency, at the love frequency, which every human can identify with, because we all identify and understand different frequencies when it comes to sound and that kind of shit. And they would purposely do that. And I be thinking about Michael Jackson songs and I be like, man, I ain't never listened to a Michael Jackson song that didn't make me feel some kind of way.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was never a Michael Jackson song where I just hit the skip like, all right, next. I don't hear that shit. All right, next. All his songs is like, damn. Even so, and then even in some of his shit, the way he, I'm just not, the older I'm
His
getting, the
vocals.
more I look into the lyrics and actually listen to the shit he was saying.
love Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Hold my black card. There are a couple songs I could skip by him.
Yeah.
But that's neither
Maybe
here nor
like,
there.
you talking about old Michael though, right? Like
No.
old Michael?
No. There are a couple songs that I could skip by him, but I'm a slide right
I
by
mean,
him.
everybody has songs that you could skip, but for the most part, he is one of debatably, and
Yeah.
not even debatably,
No, he's the greatest
he's
entertainer
the
of all
greatest
time.
Yeah.
entertainer of all time.
I don't disagree.
None like him.
But
Ladies and gentlemen,
Long live MJ.
Michael Jackson.
when we say
Michael Jackson.
something like he's the greatest entertainer of all time,
Yeah.
that's not. That has nothing to do with vibrations. That has nothing to do with any frequency. That has
Per
to
you?
do.
I wasn't talking about this
No.
entertainment. I said
No.
I was talking about the music. I wasn't talking about
did. No, when we
I ain't
when
talking about
we
the
say
moonwalk.
that he's the greatest entertainer of all time, that's a matter of marketing. That's not a matter of vibration. That's a matter of marketing. That's a quantifiable thing that you could sit and speak on and speak to. I get that, but he's right. It's something different when we're talking about the frequency and the vibration and why people identify with it. But look, here's the question I want to ask before I really get to the lyrics. Because we're talking about how music will affect your mood. Mm-hmm. You know, it might give you inspiration or depress you or what, take you high, take you low, whatever.
Some songs will depress you,
Right.
child. Ooh.
Has music ever affected anybody's actions though? Mm-hmm. What? Give
Nuck
me
if you buck.
Give me the song "Nuck If You Buck" that made you want to fight somebody.
Oh yeah.
No,
If
no,
I'm already in that,
pause and stop.
it makes me. No, ain't no pause and stop.
No, it
so
is.
What,
No,
and this is what I'm saying.
Change
Let
your
me.
name
hold
on
on.
the screen right now.
All
Let
I'm
me-
saying is this:
No, but let me. But
you're already in that mode. Nuck if you buck didn't make you want to fight. You was already ready to fight, and then the song came on, and it was like, ding.
it enhanced it. But that's the whole point. Because I could have heard something else.
If you wanted to fight, you was gonna fight.
No, that's not true. So you ain't never been in a mood and something or someone or a song came on and it leveled you out.
Yeah, mellow you out.
Yeah, like come on now. Let's are we
listen,
gonna act
I
like that?
do
does
Because
not
ain't nobody
happen?
finna scrap to a Ride Wave song. That nigga, that nigga come on. Tombstone when they bury me. Hey,
Right. I'm gonna say
sit
this,
the fuck down for a
and-
minute.
Talking fast, making my way. I'm down, down.
I tell you right now, first off, if somebody plays Vanessa Carlton one more motherfucking time, yeah, I'm gonna fight you. I'm sick and tired of that goddamn song over the years. My only point is this: I do not, and again, I'm sort of kind of getting to a point. I understand. I'm gonna keep saying that I get that music is influential, but I think that it gets credited with emotions and actions that it should not be credited.
Because it affects your emotions.
Yeah,
It does.
Marshall said, like, when you drive, and if you notice how you drive, will often be influenced by the song you're listening to.
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna lie,
If
I'm
I'm
not gonna lie.
feeling it, I'm speeding.
man.
I'm so
Don't let one of them songs from
And
the
who-
Fast
who
and
is
the
it that said
Furious,
it?
motherfucking.
No, who is it that said it?
Marshall.
Don't let
Marshall.
Soda
Don't let
Baby
one of
come
those
on while I'm
shits come
driving.
on, boy. My foot get heavy than the bitch,
Right,
boy.
right.
I look up, I'm at 95.
And you
I
don't
was-
realize it. You don't realize it.
Yeah.
No,
When you
I
in that
was
zone,
literally sitting
it'll take
and
you
I
there.
thought about it when I posed the question about music influencing actions. That was the first thing that I thought about. And there's a song on Busta Rhymes' Extinction Level Event. The very first song is called Rise.
Bust the bus.
What?
Yeah.
Somebody's new album?
No. Extinction Level Event.
Oh, I ain't never heard
Ni-
that one.
1999.
Is that with Break Your Head? Come on. Bang your
No,
head. What's
it
it?
was
How that
before
shit go?
That was
Break your
hot.
neck.
It
Come
was
on.
before that.
That
Anyway,
beat was cold.
the song, the first time I heard the song, I was driving and I was probably doing, well, I was doing way over the fucking speed limit. And that
Speed
song
limit back
come
then was
on-
probably
Music.
like 35 on the highway.
Oh no,
You was
did
busting a
not
strong
go.
50 piece on them niggas, huh?
No, you
I was
did
probably
not go
getting
there.
breastfed when that song came out. When that
Here it
album
comes
came
again.
out.
He's retarded.
What? They be like 9 months old.
Look,
Yes. Yes.
the song, it got me hyped.
Yeah.
It did get me hyped. And I was like, damn. I remember saying to myself when I pulled up to a light, like, damn, this song got me driving fast in the motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you another one. M.O.P. Annie
that?
Up. Annie Up.
Oh, I ain't
I only
heard
know
that
that
in
song.
years.
I know that song from
That
You
shit-
Got Served.
But here's the thing that I come to realize, I'm not so sure that these songs make me drive fast. You know why? Because I just fucking drive fast. I could be listening to Johnny Gill, My, and still be doing 90 on the freeway.
Well, then
that's just
because why?
That's because I just drive fucking fast.
But no.
The only point that I'm making is we make excuses for what music makes us do a lot of times. And more times than not, if you really just sit back and break it down, it's not necessarily the music. Now, does music affect your mood? Yes, I agree. Can music affect your emotions? Yes, I agree. But when it comes down to the core of your actions,
but what you said, that's a contradiction, because you're giving music so much credit and then taking it and then pulling a rug from under his feet. Like, music can change your mood. It can affect your this and this and this. But fuck music. It can't do none of that.
Give it the credit that it deserves, and don't give it credit that it doesn't deserve. If we're talking about your emotions,
well, let's talk about the vast majority, because obviously music don't influence you at all. But for the vast majority of motherfuckers, music make motherfuckers. I remember when Jeezy first came out.
What did Jeezy make you do?
He made everybody start selling drugs. Everybody was fucking. When Jeezy he had niggas. Bro, they had niggas walk around in big ass white tees and black tees and these suit jeans.
Nobody was selling drugs and wearing white tees before.
It wasn't trendy. Just like how they made music influences fashion, influences state of mind, and influences goddamn. I mean everything. I'm
gonna. But it does. Okay, so
make me understand it then.
You gotta take a step back from your point of view,
and I'm willing to do it. Sell me this thing.
So let me tell you. Do you remember, because you're old enough, you're the oldest person in the room, that was not a shot. It's just an observation. So,
it was a shot. Continue.
No, but you remember when we all, because I remember this, we all was wearing the medallions and the fight the power this. And
never wore
talking about the Kango hats with the Adidas.
But I do understand it has influence on fashion.
But
the Run DMC era.
This is right. So this is my point. So when we were listening to Fight the Power and all of that, it was still drugs being sold, right? It was still certain things going on in the hood, but it was still a certain way everything happened. It was still a way everything was still functioning. Then when you came out with our beloved NWA and all the gangster rap, a lot of this stuff went out the
fucking Jerry Curl.
No, but a lot of the etiquette and respect that was still left in different neighborhoods that I came up in flew out the window.
Just
because
say something real quick, just as a matter of chronology. Willie Sosa word of the week. I'll cheers with myself. First off, NWA was out before that Black Power music that you're talking about.
I don't recall that.
It was.
I don't recall.
It was literally
because I remember listening to Fight the Power and all of that, and I'm just saying that particular song. But what's the name? I can't even think of the group no more. But
it was Public Enemy.
Public Enemy.
Yes.
And then I remember NWA.
That song
afterwards.
That song Fight the Power.
I'm not talking about specifically that song, but I'm talking about the group.
At the height, take it back a little further.
At the height of conscious rap music being popular, which Fight the Power, that's 1989. Mm-hmm. Fuck the Police came out in 1987.
Okay, that's cool, but Public Enemy still had songs out before that. My whole point is we went from the conscious rap, and even while NWA was out and Public Enemy was out too, everything went into more of a gangster rap flow.
And-
So that was the influence of the music,
Well-
and you seen it within our culture. Let's
Can I-
not act
can I-
like we did not see it
Except
in our
for here's the
culture.
thing: when you actually get into reality and you literally just exclude the music and see that the things that were occurring, guess what? No, that's simply factually not true. Things were occurring, like say in that time frame, the St. Aubin massacre. Anybody from Detroit know what I'm talking about?
I don't know what the fuck you
This
talking
this
about.
this was a.
I keep feeling like I'm gonna need some icy hot by the end of this conversation because my knees is already starting to fucking hurt. My fucking back aching.
Anybody
I got
of a
arthritis and
certain
gout in my
age
knuckles and shit.
already knows what I'm talking about. St. Aubin massacre was one of the. It was a mass killing. I'll put it that way.
In Detroit?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it was.
Over drugs. Well, not even over drugs. Over this girl being butthurt that her doughboy boyfriend was fucking around on her.
So my whole point is, because we could do this.
All
But
I'm saying is
I
this.
grew up, of course, I was born in 77, but I remember being a teenager in the
No,
90s. And I remember in the 80s, people wasn't getting shot up in damn house
But they
clubs.
were.
As that I can remember, because everybody I knew that went to a house party came back. I don't know.
Probably
In the
pregnant.
80s.
Yeah. They was
I mean, they
fucking-
might have came
yeah,
back
they was fucking
pregnant,
them house parties,
but
man.
in
They
the
was fucking-
90s,
no condom there.
you was like, hell no, I'm not going into a house party, because by the time 94, 95 came around, fuck that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So because so many people was getting killed, and I'm not gonna blame it solely on the music, but
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, it was still influential.
Can I change the direction of the conversation just to touch to a different point? Mm-hmm. I feel like music used to keep, and I'm not even gonna just say, yeah, I'm gonna say, let's speak this in terms of blackness here.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like music used to keep black households together.
Mm-hmm.
I think music was like back in the era, like the era
was
you
more
referring
loving.
to. It was about love. It was
yeah,
about
unity,
marriage, family, kids.
But when it switched,
Now it's
I feel
fuck
like
these
everything
niggas,
else
these
switched.
bitches ain't shit. Fuck these, suck
we
my
got
dick and
we
all
got
kinda
women
crazy
out
shit.
here.
Yeah.
We got grown women out
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
and it's no disrespect to nobody, but we got grown women out here. FIEE.
Yeah, yeah. Grown as fuck. I done seen some grown,
Right.
like gray hair. Like,
And I'm
you
not
ought to be
judging.
ashamed of yourself, bitch.
No, I'm not judging you. My whole point is putting my point out there is that it's influencing people to say certain things.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
just
Yeah.
like, come on, come on now.
Here's my point.
Not only say certain things, but live certain lifestyles, pattern
Absolutely.
themselves
Absolutely.
after the
Absolutely.
things that they
Seeing.
seeing
Absolutely.
and hearing.
In here,
And this is where I push back, because I mean the age old argument is, does art imitate life or does life imitate art?
Both.
And
both.
well,
Literally both.
Hold on. The only problem with it is every single thing that y'all talking about was occurring, even in that era, as you like to talk about it. Guess what?
There's nothing new
there
under
was
the
so
sun.
much. There was so
But-
much fuckery going on.
Yeah.
The only difference was it wasn't talked about in the music, but it was happening.
Yeah.
Oh, trust
So
and
how did-
believe
why-
it was happening.
why did-
the domestic violence, the
course.
women,
Oh, yeah,
doing,
yeah,
the,
yeah.
the
I mean, that was
misogyny,
the Blue Magic era. The cocaine is a hell
I'm
of a
not
drug.
saying that none of
Hey,
this
you
stuff was
smack the
going
shit out of it,
on,
that's cocaine.
but the neighborhoods literally changed after certain.
And my only point is, it wasn't because of the music. The
I
neighborhoods
didn't say it was
changed
just because the music,
neighborhoods
but the
changed.
music
And
had an
that
influence.
wasn't the major influence, which is really what the second question that I'm asking y'all about. And I
I
sort
think
of
the
kind of
influence, where the breakdown is really, it was influence, but it was influence, the lack of influence and the breakdown of the morals and the standards of each generation as they got more and more laxed, and the
I agree.
goalpost was pushed back. So now
it has
it's just
nothing to do with the music.
it doesn't, but it's almost like I see like the recycling, like an infinity thing, like they're feeding into each other, right? So it's like the music is portraying what's happening in real life, but in real life, a lot of people are trying to portray what they see and going on in music and TV. So it's like a revolving door type of a,
That
and
right
that's why
there
it's never
is-
getting better. It's just
Right.
spiraling down.
And I'll
It's
say
just-
that's one spot in this debate that I have to concede, because you might be a music artist and you've seen something in life, right? And it might be very, very specific to your environment or your neighborhood. And you make a song about it. Song goes viral, blows
And
up.
everybody trying to be like that.
And now there's a trend involved. I can see that. That's influence.
That's my whole point.
That's influence.
And the influence.
Except for that's the exception, not the rule. Because the stuff that you hear about in the music nowadays and that you've been hearing about in the music for decades, yeah, that's been widespread. That's been reality for the masses.
See, but what you're forgetting is that music is what makes it acceptable. It's just like this. You an old nigga. Y'all niggas probably been licking booty hole long time ago. Like, way longer ago. Wait, pause. Bro, let me make my point. Let me make my point. Right? Y'all been doing shit like that. I heard about the 70s and the 80s. It was wild back then. But music will make something or solidify something like that and make it acceptable. It's just like now how all the rappers rap about eating ass. Now that's the thing. Back then, like even when I remember being a teenager coming up in high school, eating coochie used to be, man, niggas look down on you like, ugh, nigga, you eating pussy? And everybody used to, niggas was eating pussy, but nobody would talk about it.
Right.
But then the minute it got mainstream and music made it cool and acceptable, now everybody like, yeah, I eat the pussy. Now. Niggas be in your inbox like, I just want to eat it. Nigga don't even want to, I just want to see it. I want to eat it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it wasn't acceptable back then. Just like so music, yeah, go ahead.
A lot of girls who were
sucking dick,
hoes or whatever, they wasn't just out. Oh, hey,
man.
But Lil Kim and all that came out with their coochies all out, and
made whole
everybody put.
They make music, and that's the influence. That's a power of music. It can make some shit either acceptable or not acceptable.
Right.
Like let's say for instance, if 90% of the rappers right now start rapping against selling drugs, it wouldn't be a lot of niggas out here selling drugs because it's not the thing to do.
They will sell drugs, but
it wouldn't be out.
Fake ones.
Yeah, they wouldn't be out here with it. Like
it's some fake ass drug dealers.
Yeah.
I hate to say that on the mic, but
it's an influence thing. It's music. Music puts the stamp on shit.
I guess I'm literally looking at reality as reality and looking at music.
Lil Jon and Eastside Boys started a lot of fights in the club. Legacy Flavor said.
No, Lil Jon and the Eastside Boys didn't start the fights in the club.
3-6 Mafia.
Dumbass, them neither. Which I ain't gonna lie, I actually got into a fight over that shit. But you know what? It wasn't the song. It was some drunk motherfucker that just.
They was listening to the song.
They turned the goddamn club into a mosh pit.
Lil Jon and the Eastside Boys started some fights in the club.
They're sitting here dancing around, so forth and so on. And I'm going to tell you once again, it wasn't. And actually, it was literally 3-6 Mafia tear the club up. And I'm drunk as fuck. Somebody else is drunk as fuck.
And they playing tear the club up.
Tow the club up.
They dancing around, mosh pitting and shit.
I wonder why. If they was playing let's stay together, somebody would have been hugged up
I would have still been
rubbing on somebody's booty.
And
but
then
you would have been rubbing on
rubbed
somebody's booty.
At which point in time it would have been it would have been somebody else's woman, and then guess what? We still fighting in the club.
That's Al Green. Al Green used to head up the nigga
and then
bitches.
we're still fighting in the club.
Al Green used to head up the nigga bitches.
All I'm saying is this, and we done went the whole time. I ain't even get to the damn lyrics.
Cause you play something freaky, people gonna get freaky. I'm just saying.
Sure.
And
I did.
DJ, won't you play this girl a love song? Ain't nobody punching niggas to that shit.
No.
I'm gonna say this.
They rubbing on somebody's booty.
It's funny that you mentioned that because while I was having this conversation this week, on social media, my cousin, love you, cuz.
What up, though, cuz?
She made this statement speaking about feeling on your booty.
Right.
She made this statement: a dope bass line makes me smile. If you get my point. So I completely understand the influence on emotions. I do not necessarily agree with the influence on actions. If music is something that can make you act a certain way, I think that there's a disconnect in your environment.
I don't
That's-
know.
that's what I
I
think.
think I get what you're saying, but it still have influence because I love the Lord, and I will listen to my gospel music in my car. But if I'm getting ready to make love to my
It
man,
don't make you want to go to
You
heaven.
ain't finna play no Yolanda.
I'm not
Adams.
about to play no Yolanda Adams. As good as she make me feel, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna put on no Marvin Sapp. You know what I'm saying? I'm put on some Marvin Gaye. You know what I'm saying? It's just
So
Yeah.
it's a difference because it
Yeah.
sets
Maybe it's
the
just me.
mood.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I'm not
because
gonna
your
lie
ass
to
is
you.
retarded.
I'm maybe because
Retarded again.
Because I'm finna say this. If I hear alone in a room, it's just me and you, I might think about fucking. In fact,
Oh,
I
yeah.
bullshit you not. The first time I heard "Open My Heart"
First
by
off,
Yolanda
I
Adams,
love that song and do not ruin it for me.
the first
with
time
your
I heard
penis.
it, the first time I
She
heard
said
it,
with your penis.
swear to God, I was like,
Yo, ruined it for me with your penis.
the first time I heard "Open My Heart" by
He
Yolanda
said,
Adams,
what's he trying to do to God?
I thought it was a fucking song.
Wow.
I thought it was a fucking song.
Why?
I didn't.
Trying to do.
I thought it was a fucking song because
So
it's
now-
a dope ass fucking
So
song.
now,
It's you.
listen. So you realize what just happened, right?
What just happened?
Now, every time she hears that song,
Can't listen to this shit
she
no
gonna
more.
think about your penis.
She gonna ask you for your penis. Especially today. Yeah, go ahead, Yolanda Adams.
Only on
Go ahead,
Facebook.
Yolanda. Hey, she bad too. Outside of everything, boy. Yolanda
And she
Adams
bad in the
cold in the
motherfucker, right?
motherfucker, boy.
Oh,
I always thought about her like that since I was a little kid.
Oh God, we gonna open up more than the heart. I'm just saying. Look,
What?
Look,
Yolanda,
man.
they didn't mean that.
I meant
Sis.
it with every inch of my being.
Man,
I swear I did.
boy. We could have a little hurry like Kiki White. What are they? Have about 9, 10 of them things you want to.
You feel me?
Yolanda Adams cold.
I can't. I can't. I just can't.
She goes a little tall. She goes.
So here's something that was brought up during the conversation this week about music.
Lord.
Tamika Renee asks, do you think that music is a part of the environment?
Yes.
hell yeah.
Y'all think it's a part of the environment?
Yeah. So, Bottom J said, "Oh hell no, trouble going to hell."
The environment. When you say
No,
that,
So is in front of him.
We taking numbers to get down there.
Joe Cheney
Yeah.
said, "Music is definitely the soundtrack to our lives."
I agree,
Yeah.
but affecting your actions, I don't know. What was you about to say, Mark?
I don't know. I forgot.
No, you was asking about music being a part of the environment.
No,
You was asking about music being a part of the environment.
Yeah, I don't know.
that's retarded.
That is completely retarded. Completely.
I don't know.
If you wanted an example of what I
There it is.
meant, way to go, Mark. Thank you,
But
Black
you all
Mark.
say that you think that music is a part of them. I don't
You
think
mean
that
a part of the environment like
your upbringing.
I
the
thought
hood-
you meant like Captain Planet, wind, earth,
No,
water.
nigga, no. Retarded. No, not like that. Like a part of your upbringing, your surroundings.
It definitely is.
Absolutely.
I don't
Yeah.
think it is.
Yeah.
I don't think it is. And here's the only reason why I say that it's not. You
Because
might
you
be
just wanna
listening.
disagree
No,
with us.
no, it's not that. But I'm. You
Now
might
you don't
be
get this
listening-
point across.
You might
The rest
be
of
listening.
America by the end of this show better agree with so.
No, you don't have to agree.
Hey, we gonna get you a T-shirt to say, and that's the bottom line, cause so said so.
I am
Nigga.
not Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Got the same head, y'all got the same head and everything.
All I'm saying is
said,
this.
so
said, so t-shirts
tonight.
You could be listening.
So said
You
so.
could be listening to salsa in your house, right?
Uh-huh.
We
I do.
we stay in the same
Merengue,
hood.
bachata.
Hold on, cool. We stay in the same hood, right? You listening to salsa in your house,
Uh-huh.
you gonna be affected differently. You listening to rap music in your house, I'm listening to blues in mine. You listening to jazz in yours.
Oh, yeah, all day.
So your environment in this regard is different than mine. Your environment, my environment, your environment, they're all different, even though we reside in the same hood. I don't think that it is what Joe Chaney said. It's the soundtrack, but it's not a part of the environment.
So
I gotta
you're saying it as if
He
so.
just did it on the T-shirt. So says.
And that's the bottom line.
And that's the bottom line.
It's going.
Yeah. So you making it sound like when I was in the hood, I'm a suburban mom now, but when
Suburbanite.
right, but when I was in the hood, you know, I did not do a lot of the stuff that people around me were doing. I did some of the stuff, but not a lot of the stuff that people were doing because I just wasn't about that life.
Yeah.
Now, does that mean that the music did not have an effect on me?
Not saying that.
Let me make
Not
this
saying
point.
that at
Let me
all.
make this point. I can speak from personal experience, right? I've lived in 9 different states in my short life. I've been around Dominican, Puerto Rican people, Haitian people, African people, motherfucking Indian people, Chinese people, whatever the fuck every neighborhood I lived in was different. What I can say is that all the music sounds different, but it's all saying the same shit. It's just interpreted in different ways.
So says so.
Hey, listen, blues music is rap to a different kind of beat. Like blues is poetry.
Come
like
on
that
now.
shit created rock and roll. Rock and roll came from blues. Motherfucking gospel music came from blues. Like it's all kind of different avenues you can pull. You can pull from that, right? So even with Spanish music, with me being around Spanish people and
I
them
love
breaking
it.
down Spanish music to me and interpreting it, I'm like, what this song mean? Like even the songs they dance to be sad fucking songs. You be like, this nigga singing about his wife cheated on him with his brother and left him and killed his mother, but he's
What the
singing it to
hell?
this beat. I swear to God, when they interpret it to you, you be like, damn.
That's messed
Why
up.
are they dancing to this? Because the beat sound good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I swear to God.
That's
so it's all the
everybody's
same.
excuse.
Everybody going through the same struggle. And I've lived in different households and been involved with different people of
I've
different
been
races, and it's all the same shit. It's really all the same shit. It's just different languages to it.
Listen, and you're not wrong. I agree with that 100%. But you, just as you sat there and said that this song, when you actually interpret it, it's something that they dancing to. It's not whatever that influence was, whatever that experience was. It's not influencing the action.
That's not what we was talking about. We was talking about music being a part of the environment. Like that's the point I was speaking to. I wasn't speaking to influence.
When
But
I
we
say-
dance off of songs that are
hurt songs, pain songs all the time.
Are very
agree.
violent.
I
And people
agree.
dance
Them niggas
to it
just
all
learn how to
the time.
sell it.
Agree.
We be-
My only
Some
point is
bullshit.
when I say that you're listening to one thing, you're listening to something else, I'm listening to
Well,
something
people
else.
are dancing
My
to the
point-
beat, not the lyrics.
Yeah,
That's
I
it.
I
That's
agree.
it.
My
That's
point in saying it is this, though.
That's my point. Yeah.
My point in saying it is you can literally turn it on or off. One day in my house, I might be listening to blues. Next day, it might be salsa. Next day, it might be rap music. Next day, it might be jazz. It's your environment is a constant. It's stuff that you are inundated. Second Willie Sosa word of the week. It's something that you're inundated with daily. You can't change it. It's there, period. Music, if you want to feel a certain kind of way, you'll listen to jazz. If you want to feel a certain kind of way, you listen to rap. If you want to feel another kind of way, you'll listen to blues.
So it
It's
influence-
So you
not-
saying you
no,
can't dictate your environment?
No,
You
what I-
absolutely can. You can create an environment. This
No,
is a
you-
completely different environment that we're in right now than when we walk outside. This environment here is live, it's fun. We're drinking, we're having fun, we're talking, we're debating, we're this, we're that. We
a
might go outside and get
controlled
shot.
environment.
It's a completely different environment. So you can dictate your environment
Is
just
a
as well
controlled
as you can.
environment. And if we literally had to grow up in this environment, whether it be inside these walls or outside these walls, there are constants that we have to deal with. Music is not one of them. While inside these four walls, if this is where we grew up, we could listen to whatever we want. We can make the environment, we can make the soundtrack to the environment whatever we want. But when we
As
walk outside
adults.
of those doors, it's still the same shit, and it's going to be the same shit because the environment
the
is
music
constant.
told them
but
niggas.
the music can change. It's not a part of the environment.
but-
it is a soundtrack, though. I agree with that.
That works as adults, but if you're a kid and you're coming up listening to certain things,
Yeah.
it's embedded in you, and certain things.
That's a fact.
I mean, I'm
That's
just
right.
telling you.
It's
I
undeniable.
don't
So-
We ain't gonna get across the so-so.
That's,
It ain't gonna-
and that,
it ain't
is
gonna
that
get
the
across.
soundtrack of your life?
It's not gonna get
Yes,
across.
I agree with that.
I don't know what little bubble you live in.
When you walk
It's
outside
different in his
those
world.
Bubble boy.
doors,
Hey, little bubble boy.
when you walk outside those doors,
Something
it's
else
still the
going
same.
on.
And that's more influential than the music. That's my point.
I love.
I understand
love-
how influential music is. I drive with my radio the fuck off. I ride in silence.
I do too
for that
most of the
reason.
time. Oh my
Absolutely.
God. And
I
people
could be in a
think
good
that it's
mood
so
and there's some
sweet.
sad shit come on and it will fuck my whole mood up. I'm sitting here driving, thinking about sad shit. Or I could
But
think of
people
listeners.
think that's
You know what I'm
so
saying?
weird, but I
drive with my radio the fuck
in
off.
silence.
You get in the car with me, ain't gonna be no music played unless I'm controlling the motherfucking. I turn it on my phone.
It's
You know what I'm
something in
saying?
particular I want to
Man,
listen to.
it's so influential.
But that's why I don't like listening to radio because
It's what they want you to hear.
98% of it I don't want
Bullshit.
to hear it.
Man.
So I'll cut it off.
Man.
No. And then on my
Man.
streaming sites, I literally pick the songs I want
Facts.
to
Facts.
listen to.
Facts.
Let me ask you this question.
I choose my mood.
Who's your favorite artist right now?
My favorite artist
Yeah, right now.
right now?
Yeah.
I
Wow.
don't really have a favorite artist. To be completely honest with you.
Who's the last artist that you were listening to?
Probably Tory Lanez.
Tory Lanez.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I've been getting off into Snow Allegra. I like her
Okay.
music.
Okay.
No Allegra. Y'all do know if y'all turn on that same radio station,
Uh-huh.
these are the motherfuckers that y'all gonna hear.
Nah, you ain't gonna hear no Tory.
You will.
They ain't fucking with Tory right now.
You will.
Not
you
to the
definitely
case
gonna
over
hear
with.
Snow
Not to the
Allegra.
case over with.
You definitely
Fucking with
gonna.
dog.
They still playing
I'm
that shit
not
where he
saying-
sampled Brownstone.
I listen to stuff that might be playing on the radio, but it's what I want to hear
Yeah.
when I want to hear it. It's not including
Hey,
the other
I
stuff
put my
that I
shit.
don't want to
Look,
hear.
I put
As
my
in
shit
the
on
control.
92.3.
As
Hey,
in
96.
control.
I listen to
As in you can turn it
96.5,
on and
92.3.
That's the
That's
whole.
what-
That
that's the whole
97.9
point of-
shit dead with me.
That's the whole point.
Yeah,
of,
but my mood is effed up when I'm listening to the radio and I have to hear some stuff I don't want to hear.
All I'm saying is you get
And
to
I
turn it
hear, I
on and off.
listen to, I mean,
can turn it on and
then
off.
I shot him in the head and I ripped it.
Yeah, you get to turn it
shut
on
the
and off.
fuck up. I'm angry now. Shut up.
This shit and okay, let's put it like this.
Smack up,
That shit don't
booty,
make you want to
and
go. That shit don't make you want to go shoot nobody, does it?
The
Other than the motherfucker that's singing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna get back to my original point, and I get where y'all coming from, and there's some validity to it. All I'm saying is this: I don't like it. It sort of kind of irks me over periods of time the way that music has been blamed for social ills. That irks me because I would put give me the environment, give me the upbringing as far as let's talk about that as far as being influential versus music being influential.
I'll say it highlights.
Yeah,
the issue. So just so we can agree to disagree and be on the same page.
Yeah, we got to get good at that here.
Yeah, it highlights for what he's saying. It does highlights some of the ailments and situations that's going on.
Absolutely.
But I feel like it also influences it as well.
Absolutely.
And we have to wrap it up. So I don't know who wants to do that. I can. You know what I'm saying? If y'all.
Well, listen, America, we didn't get to half the shit that we wanted to talk about, but we did have a really dope ass conversation about music affecting lives, and we
created a T-shirt.
We can continue it. We can
We getting
continue
that bitch
with,
pressed.
you know,
That bitch
in
getting
the
pressed.
chats and in the
All day.
comments. I'll be, you know, online.
I'm getting my percentage too.
I'll make another post and we could talk about it. I want to thank everybody that chimed in because you all were for real interactive this week. We appreciate you. Keep coming back, man. This is the type of shit that we do. This is Face to Music.
This is Face the Music. We love y'all.
Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.